Hey guys, Crystal here with Clightcandles and Soaps, and we are doing a liquid soap today. I want to show you how I make my shampoo. Now, I've already did 2 videos on how I make my bar shampoo, but ever since I have made this recipe and we've used it for a while, I 100% totally choose this recipe right here. This is awesome shampoo. It works great. It gets your hair clean, and oh my gosh, it makes it feel so soft. I mean, you almost don't need conditioner. It makes it feel that soft, but I absolutely love it. But it's a liquid soap. So right now, I am holding my temperature here at about 150 to 160. It's at 150 right now, but I just turned it down, so it'll go up a little bit. And then my lye is at 148. We're waiting for it to go down to 140. But while we're waiting for it to drop in temperature, I'll kind of tell you what's in my crock pot here. I have castor oil, coconut oil, sweet almond oil, olive oil, sunflower oil, jojoba oil, and hemp seed oil. And you know what? I didn't put the jojoba oil in there. I knew I forgot my jojoba oil. I knew I was forgetting something. So there's my jojoba oil. So now, okay, so castor oil, coconut oil, sweet almond oil, olive oil, sunflower oil, jojoba oil, and hemp oil. My olive oil is an infused oil with marshmallow root. And my sunflower oil is infused oil of rosehip and horsetail. I do a lot of infusions. I use infusions in my shampoos. I love infusions. They're great for soaps. It's a way you can use botanicals without being worried that they're going to go bad in the soap. So if you like to use botanicals like herbs, infusion is a great way to use it. Infused in oil. So that's about 140. So remember, guys, we're just doing a refresher. Your oils need to be about 150 to 160, preferably 160. You want to hold it there. And then your lye is going to be at about 140. So I'm going to bring this up, and I'm going to go ahead and add my lye. And you want to regulate this temperature. You do not want it to go above 160. Now, we put glycerin in this so that it would trace faster. If not, we would be sitting here for like an hour trying to get this to go to trace. Now, this does have 24% coconut oil in it. So, remember, when you're using a lot of coconut oil, it will tend to puff up. And you do not want that to happen. Let me check my temperature. Okay, I'm still good. You don't want that to happen. So, make sure you have a spatula ready for if that does happen. It usually happens right after separation. So, be very careful. So, right now we're looking for a light trace. Once we get to light trace, it'll be a heavy trace, and then separation, and then taffy, and then we'll be fully traced. So let's get there. Now this is only 30 ounces of oil, so it's easy to incorporate bubbles. And you don't want bubbles because that's one way it'll puff up. So that's why I like to keep it kind of in the center of my oils and just turn it on. Okay, we're at a light trace now. We're going into a thicker trace, and then separation should be next. Going into separation now. And I want to get my spatula ready because that's when it likes to poof. So I need to be able to stir that down if it does. Okay, so it's coming out of separation. Now it's going to go into that light taffy. So I'm just going to stir it so it don't poof on me. It's kind of a greenish color because of my infused oils. My horsetail is pretty dark. Plus my hemp oil. Hemp oil is always pretty dark, a pretty dark color. Okay, so we're in light taffy, so I'm going to go ahead and stick blend just a little while longer. Remember, you don't want your stick blender in there once it comes to full trace. And so that it doesn't get super stiff on us, I've got a little bit of glycerin over here to throw in right at the last minute so we can get it to be pliable. We don't want it to get so thick we can't move it around. And I found that using just a little bit of glycerin does the trick. So we're thickening up real nice now. We're still in taffy. We're not in thick taffy yet, though. We're almost there. It's getting harder and harder to stir. So, we're not going to need the stick blender anymore. I don't think so. Once you feel it start to harden up, though, you need to hurry up and get that glycerin in there. It's so much easier to work with when the batter's pliable and you can move it around. I absolutely love this shampoo, guys. It is awesome, let me tell you. If I could just have you try it, I mean, you guys would love it. My whole family loves it. My aunt loves it. My mother-in-law loves it. My not my grandmother. I don't have a grandmother. Not one that lives near me anyway. Just my family. They all love it. Whenever I figured out this recipe, and this recipe was born out of my my bar recipe that I use, the shampoo, because we absolutely love the bar recipe too. So, I took that recipe and tweaked it just a little bit to make it into a liquid soap. And we just love it. It's awesome. My hands are getting tired of stirring. Whew. I can feel the resistance in it. It's getting ready to trace any minute now. If I put that stick blender in there, it definitely would trace quicker, but I don't want to risk not getting my glycerin in. Definitely getting thicker. I'm going to go ahead and add the glycerin. Jeez Louise. I think I added that glycerin right at the right moment because it is traced. And hopefully that glycerin will get in there and work with it to where it's not so hard and where we can actually move it around while it cooks. Yeah, that is definitely trace. I might have been too late with the glycerin. I tried to put it in right at the right time. And you're definitely going to need a stainless steel spoon or a wooden spoon. I would suggest a wooden spoon because the stainless steel spoons bend. Alright guys, so that is nice and traced. I'm going to get my little doodad out here and get the soap off my spatula. Now, I'm going to check it in 30 minutes. I'm going to come back and stir it, and that's when I start my cook time. I don't start my cook time right away. So, let me get my lid here. go ahead and put the lid on. We've got it up on high, so we'll come back in 30 minutes and see what it looks like. Oops, I missed some right there. And then we'll start our cook time, guys. So stay right, gosh, I was going to say stay right back. Can you listen to me? Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back. So we're back, and I'm just going to give it, yeah, that glycerin did what I wanted it to do. So it's good and pliable. Yeah, it's because of the, my daughter said it looks nasty. It's green, but that's just because of the infused oil that we used. The horsetail is green.
Horsetail?
Yeah, it's really good for your hair. Not horsetail like a horse's tail. Oh. It's an herb. Horsetail is very, very good for your hair, but I use the infused oil. So I'm just moving it around a little bit. It looks really good. It's got all those vitamins in it. It's lovely. And the rose hip is really good for your hair. And the marshmallow root is really, really good for your hair. Marshmallow root and horsetail gives moisture to your hair. I mean, and you can really tell when I use it too. Alright, guys, so we're going to start our cook time. We're going to cook for approximately 2 hours. I'll probably come back once while it's still cooking, just to show you a little bit what it looks like. We did... What?
Get back here.
Oh, I thought you was talking to me. We did do a light excess of 5%, so it's going to so if you use your phytophthalein, then you're going to get a lot of excess on it. It is going to turn colors, but we're going to neutralize it later. And we did the dual live method to give it a little bit more body. We did 40-60, which that means 40% sodium hydroxide to 60% potassium hydroxide. So, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and let it cook, guys, and then we'll be back, so stay tuned. So we're about an hour in, and I want to make sure you can see what it looks like. It's looking really good. Even though it's a green color, it's getting translucent, and it's nice and hot. So we're just going to give it a stir. Now, you see how pliable that is still? That's because we put that little bit of extra glycerin in there right before it traced. That's why it's so pliable. If we wouldn't have done that, this would be so hard you would barely be able to move it around. So we're an hour and actually an hour and a half in, because I don't start my cook time for after the first 30 minutes. I give it the initial 30 minutes so it don't puff up or anything. But it's what it's looking like. It's looking awesome. Can't believe I forgot my jojoba oil earlier. So we're going to let it cook and let it do its thing. We're going to give it 1 more hour, and then we'll come back and we'll do a clarity test. If you guys have watched my other liquid soap videos, then you'll know what a clarity test is. I just wanted to bring you back and kind of show you what it looks like. And I wanted to show you my infused oil. These are the oils I used. And I'll tell you what the medium is. This is rosehip oil, and it's infused in sunflower oil. This is marshmallow root, and it's infused in extra virgin olive oil. It's got some soap on the bottom of it. And then this is horsetail. This is infused in sunflower oil as well. But do you see how dark that is? It's nice and dark and rich. That's what's made it this color, is the horsetail. The hemp oil had something to do with it too, because natural unrefined hemp seed oil is a dark color. It's like a dark green. So I just wanted to show you some of the infusions that I've used in this shampoo. You don't have to use infusions, but I do because I like the benefits of the botanicals, of the herbs, but they go bad fast if you put the actual herb in the soap. So a good way to use those herbs is to use infused oils. So we're going to let it cook another hour, and then we'll come back and we'll do a clarity test, guys. So stay tuned for the clarity test. Alright, so it is time to look at our soap. Look how nice and bubbly that is. That looks awesome. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. It's nice and translucent. Well, it's as translucent as it can get. It's green. I mean, come on. We're getting ready to do a clarity test. And look what I have. Look what I got. I finally got me one. It's a frother. Well, it's a little thing for colorants. I finally got one. So we're going to use it. It's supposed to be a cappuccino maker, but us soapers, you know, we use it for colorants. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a little bit of paste, put it in my my bowl here, and I've got some water that just started boiling, so make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Put some water in there.
That's not a bowl.
Well, it's clear. We need something clear. I'm going to use a little frother and see how that does.
It does terrible.
Oh wow, it makes a bunch of bubbles.
Go on the edge. There's like a bunch on the edge.
Well, there's a bunch of bubbles. Maybe that wasn't such a great idea to use that. Where's my alcohol spray, Lissa?
Are getting the bubbles out?
I tried to get the bubbles out. No, I shouldn't have done that.
Here, I can read it down. Let me see.
Oh, there we go.
Let me see. I'll be able to read it.
That is definitely
You
clear.
don't know that. Let me see. I want to read it.
I want to make sure that's really clear. So we're going to get some more. Well, hold on a minute. Let's make sure it's clear. Or maybe I didn't get enough paste. I want to make sure that it reads clear.
Lisa, look at me.
Oh.
Goofy.
No,
No, don't touch.
Move, Lena. You can later move.
Lisa, look at me.
And remember, to pass the clarity test, you put something underneath it and make sure you can read it.
See, this is your butt.
Here, I'm going to use this again.
No, don't. You're so not smart. Obviously, you don't care if it's bubble, do you?
No, because the alcohol will spray it back down.
There's a dirt on her phone.
No, do that.
So our
I
alcohol.
walk the plank. You can't do it. What do you got next after the clarity test?
Okay, so let's see if we can read something through it. Yes, that has definitely passed the clarity test. So, now that it has passed the clarity test, I'm going to keep my crock on. I'm going to take it out of the crock because remember, if we try to put our dilution water into it right now, it'll just bubble, bubble, bubble. It'll bubble up and it'll go up over my crock pot. And we don't want that to happen. So what we're going to do is I am going to boil 4 pounds and 8 ounces of distilled water. We're going to let this cool, but we're going to keep the crock on, push the crock pot back, take this out, and let it cool down for a minute. I don't know if you can see how clear that is. That's definitely clear. And then I'm going to boil my water. And then inside of that, I'm going to put 3.5 ounces of borax. That's going to both neutralize and thicken the soap. So let me get my water good and boiling, and let me get this out and get it cooled down. Then we'll be back, guys. So stay tuned, everybody. So I put my crock, thing back in my crock. It's still on high. I've got 4 pounds and 8 ounces, if you can see over here, see where I'm pointing, of distilled water. And I've got 3.5 ounces of borax. And then, well, I've got 3.5 ounces of borax plus a tablespoon. I believe it's a tablespoon. I wanted to make sure I had enough. So now what we need to do, since it's in there, is we just need to kind of break it up a little bit. So I'm just going to take my wooden spoon here, go around the edges, and just break this up. break it up into smaller little pieces. The smaller the pieces, the easier this is going to dilute. And then we'll deal with superfatting and all that later. You can only superfat with one thing. It's a sulfonated castor oil, which is turkey red castor oil. And you can use glycerin. But we'll do that later. Right now, I'm just wanting to break up this, paste. So it's not just one big clump. There's a big clump. Let's get that broke up. So as I bring it up, oop, there's a couple more big clumps. We're breaking up the big pieces so that they're not so big. So when I go and do this, there's just little pieces will come up. Not big chunk. There's a big chunk. Let's get that separated. The water should help soften the paste as well as the glycerin that we put in. I just felt a chunk. The glycerin that we put in right before it traced, so it's not so hard. There's a big chunk. Get that separated. Alright, so it's pretty much separated into little chunks now. So now we're just going to let this dilute on high for a couple hours. It shouldn't take too long. It's already got bubbles on top. Alright, so we're going to make sure we got everything off. Alright guys, so this is going to dilute on high for a couple hours, and then we will come back here in just a little while, maybe 2 or 3 hours from now, and we'll see how we're doing, so stay tuned. Okay, so we're back, and everything is nice and melted. We are completely diluted. There's not a skin on top, so that means we don't need to add any more water to it. All of our chunks are gone. So in here, I just have a little bit of boiling hot water. And then in here, I have 30 grams of DL-panthenol. And then I also have 30 grams of vitamin B5. So that's going into the hot water. And then I'm going to take, before I splash it everywhere, I'm going to take my little whisk and I'm just going to whisk it all up. Get all the lumps out and get it dissolved. You can take a whisk to this too, but I just got this so I feel like using it. And you want to put that into boiling hot water, just a little bit, just a couple ounces will do. And you want to make sure that that is good and mixed in. Let me show you guys what I'm doing. Ooh, that's hot. So I'm just mixing it in right here. Alright, so that's good and mixed in. We're going to go ahead and put that into our shampoo. So that's DL-panthenol and vitamin B5. It's going to have a green tint to it, guys, remember, because of the horsetail infused oil that we used, and the hemp oil. The hemp oil's got like a dark nutty color, but the horsetail is like a greenish color, so the color really doesn't matter here. So we're gonna, since we're all dissolved, I'm gonna turn my crock pot off, and I'm just gonna make sure this is good and stirred. So I'm going to sit here and stir it for a second. You could take your stick blender to it, but I don't think there's really any need to, especially if you dissolve your DL-panthenol and your vitamin B5 into water first. If you dissolve it into water first, then there's really no need to take the stick blender to it. Now, if there was little chunks in this left, I would say yes, take the stick blender to it. But there's not. They're all dissolved, and we don't have a film on top. If you get a film on top of your liquid soap, then that means it needs more water.
I thought that was a skin.
Well, skin, film, whatever, same thing. So we're just mixing, making sure our castor oil and our glycerine's good and mixed, our D-L-panthenol and our vitamin B5 is good and mixed.
Do we have any of those things?
What things in it?
The red things for
Cranberry pills? No, we ain't got any cranberry pills, honey. I'll have to get you some cranberry juice. We think Ulysses got a bladder infection, poor thing. Kidney infection or bladder infection. She's been prone to them when she was little. She's not really gotten them as she's gotten older. But when she was younger, boy, she had them a lot. And we would keep cranberry pills on hand. So like I said, I'm just stirring this, making sure it's good and mixed in. If you want to use your stick blender, you can. But I really don't feel there's any need to. Just make a bunch of bubbles. And let me tell you guys, this shampoo is absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. And I do, let's see, what is it? So 96. I do 96% soap to 4% raw and refined honey. To natural honey, not the refined kind you get in the stores, but you can get the unrefined, all natural honey from a health food store, or you can buy it offline, but I get mine from the health food store that's about 5 minutes from my house. So I do 96% just straight soap, which is in here, just diluted soap, to 4% honey. And then we fill up our shampoo bottle and we use it. And let me tell you guys, it's the best shampoo I've ever used in my life. We accidentally, let me tell you this. We went to the store. I've not figured out conditioner yet. That's my next step. I've not figured out how to do conditioner yet. So we still use store-bought conditioner. We went to the store and I accidentally grabbed shampoo instead of conditioner. My daughter came out of the shower. And she's like, Mama, there's something wrong with my hair. Her hair was so stiff and stringy. I mean, that you can really tell a difference that we've been using the homemade shampoo next to the commercial shampoo. I mean, her hair was so stringy and stiff. It felt like straw. It was that bad. So we hurried up and went back to the grocery store and exchanged it for some conditioner. And you guys just, I mean, I love my liquid shampoo. I love my shampoo bars, but my liquid shampoo, there's just no beating it. I mean, it's just so awesome. I really, really enjoy it. Alright, I think that's good and mixed. We just wanted to make sure it was in there good. So we're going to put the lid back on it, and I'm going to let this set overnight. It's on off. And then tomorrow we will come back and I'll show you the viscosity of it. And then we will bottle it and it'll be done, guys. So we're almost there. We'll see you in the morning. So hang tight. Everybody, we are back and we are done. This is the next morning. And I went ahead and the borax just wasn't thickening it up enough for me. But can you see that? How viscous that is? That is beautiful, nice, and thick. And I wanted to show you what I used. I used xanthan gum. I put it did come in a Ziploc baggie. I got it off eBay. And I put it in this jar. It only took 2 little spoonfuls. And then I used my stick blender and blended it up. And now it looks beautiful. It's white, of course, because the xanthan gum is white. So it turned the soap white. So it used to be a green because of the horsetail that we had in there. So here, over here is my container with my shampoo in it. And we're going to go ahead and add this to the container. Make sure you guys can see. My daughter's saying hi. So all I do is I dip my container thing right here. And then I fill it up, and that's all I do. What, baby?
I love you.
I love you too.
Mama, tell them about our boots.
And there was a giveaway at our local church this morning, and we went and got some winter clothes for my kids, and my daughter got 2 pairs of really nice boots, and she's loving them. And Elena also got a pair of boots, and she's loving those.
But they're wedge boots.
Wedge boots, I don't know the difference. Boots are boots.
They got heels in them.
So I'm just filling this up, guys, and I'm gonna have to
Mama.
what, baby?
They're heel boots.
Yeah. So that'd be the last of it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this all into here, and then it'll fill my shampoo the rest of the way up. I just wanted to show you what it looked like the next day. So I think that's it, guys. I want to thank you for joining me today. If you like this video and want to see future videos, then go ahead, subscribe, hit the like button, and of course comment. You know, I love it when you comment. I don't know if I'm going to put my liquid soaps up for sale on my website or not. I know my shampoo is awesome. I would love for you guys to try it out because it is that awesome. I just love it. It's got a lot of good ingredients in it. If you would like to check out my website, I've also got a blog, and there's a bunch of good info on there, especially for new soapers. There's free recipes, there's a list of suppliers, there's cold process, hot process, liquid soaps, anything you could think of that you'd want to know is on there, and I'm adding it as I go. So just go to www.clightcandles.com. that's CLIGHTCANDLES.com, and of course check out my soaps that I have on there. I think that once we make the move, which should be in the next few weeks, hopefully in the next 2 to 3 weeks, after we get settled into the new house, I think I'm going to open up an Etsy shop. So a lot of you guys said that you shop a lot on Etsy, so I thought I would open up a shop and maybe give you guys a chance to use some of my products, and if you don't like to go to the website. But the website is completely safe. It's got a PayPal checkout only. I don't keep credit card information. I only have a PayPal checkout. So yeah, go and check out my blog and go check out my soaps, guys. They're wonderful. So till the next video, bye bye.